Today we're going to be going over the trending topics for Adobe stock for the month of July. I'm going to be giving you some trending topics that you can work on literally for the whole entire month, and then we're going to be doing a little bit of market research. If that sounds good to you, let's go ahead and get started. Guys, we have been creating content on stock photography, Adobe stock, every now and then, and it's something that I've been working on pretty hardcore for the last, let's just say, 18 months consistently. It's not been easy by any means, but it's been somewhat profitable. It's been a pretty good journey overall, and it's really not that difficult. I said this in many videos. It's literally just about creating images and posting them to these different sites. Adobe stock being one of the most profitable, if not the most profitable, for most people. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I mean, this is for AI images. If you're a photographer, shout out to you. I mean, you could go shoot pictures of this stuff as well. But the first thing is going to be backgrounds. So this is not something that I just made up. These are actual keywords that are currently trending. And I got them through another source, which, if you guys are familiar with the company called Vecteezy, they sell different stock photography. I shared a video on how to do this. But basically, if you have a contributor account, you can log into different insights, and they provide this. So I have a whole list of different keywords here, and I'm going to show you these keywords throughout the video so we can do the market research step by step. So backgrounds. Adobe stock has a whole entire category for backgrounds. In fact, if I click stock photos, I think, I can't remember exactly where it was, but they literally do have a whole entire category for backgrounds. Let's see here. We have stock photography, vector art, royalty free. I mean, there's a lot of different stuff here. Backgrounds. There we go. This is exactly what I was looking for. And you could see here there's all kinds of different backgrounds. You have backgrounds like for cards. Like when I see an image like this heart background, wherever it was, or something like this, to me this looks like something you would put on a card. Like picture Zazzle and a gift card, or like when you go to CVS and you buy a gift card for somebody, whether it's a wedding or congratulations or anything like that. So backgrounds vary. You have here different marble backgrounds. This is actually really cool. AI can do a killing with this because it's like infinite. You know how many marble backgrounds you could create? You could create millions of marble backgrounds, right? You have here, let's go back. You have yellow backgrounds, gold backgrounds, black backgrounds, Christmas backgrounds. You have these kind of like abstract ones as well. Like if you look at something like this, it's labeled cool backgrounds. To me, this is relatively abstract, like these lights and stuff, but hey, it works. You occasionally get a picture of a model here that clearly has nothing to do with the background. It happens, but that's why it's important to tag properly on Adobe stock. And mind you, I've shared how to tag properly on the site, and I'm not going to mention the paid tools that I use. I'm not going to do all that right now because that's not what this video is about. This video is about the backgrounds, but in general, or the video around keywords. But in general, you want to make sure you're doing a good job with your tagging. The better you do, the more sales you're going to get, or the more downloads, I would rather say, over time. I call them sales, but it is what it is. You got cute backgrounds here. So these look like squiggly lines and stuff, all kinds of symbols. And you can create stuff like this, whether the AI is creating it for you or you're creating it yourself. It's great. You can do stuff like this. This is not difficult. And as you can see, there's all kinds of different categories. All right, so that's backgrounds. Let's go ahead and let me duplicate this graphic real quick and just move this a little bit over, kind of like right here, and I'll move this one downward. Okay, so the next one is nature, and like I said, I have two screenshots here that we will see over time. I just want to make the video a little bit interesting for you guys, so the next one is nature. I'm not 100% sure if there's a category for nature. There probably is. Plants and flowers, I guess you can consider that. Nature, you do have a nature category here, never mind. Everybody's looking for nature constantly on Adobe stock, whether it's summer, whether it's winter, whether it's fall. It doesn't matter the season. You get all people around the world using Adobe stock, and you actually have different elements of nature. Like if you look at this kind of photograph, You got all kinds of different pictures of, sandy beaches here. You got waves, clouds, all kinds of different things. But it's interesting, right? Because it's so flexible as to how you can generate income from this. This is an image of what seems to be, it's a set of colorful sunset and sunrise sea, blurred, modern, gradient mesh background paper cards. Interesting. It's not something I would do, but, it works for that person, whoever it is. This is a beautiful image right here. The more attractive the image is, you can't lose, right? So this is an example of nature, but we also have other examples. Like if I go back to that category page, let's go back to it here. Let's click on it. You have what a PNG looks like of just like a flower head, right? Sunflower. You have almost like a drawing of a sunset. You have a picture of a moon, stars, forest. Just be creative. A lot of people try to make things fit a certain narrative or a certain way. Like I get questions all the time of people saying like, what type of art do you upload? Or what type of images do you upload? Guys, it doesn't matter. Even if you're not focusing on trending stuff, which trust me, I upload all kinds of random stuff. For Adobe Stock, you're creating a portfolio. And there are times where someone's looking for a certain niche that you'll pop up in, and sometimes it won't. But there's nothing wrong at that. It's not like you have to always get downloads all the time. Different purposes, different images, they serve different needs, right? And so really when you look at this Adobe Stock type business or any kind of uploading images business to these stock photography sites, it's really geared towards creating a catalog, uploading, and then on that time off that you're resting, you could see the downloads coming in, So it's a very good business model overall. It's not difficult, so if you're a beginner, you can get into this really, really easily. Just a few dollars buying some AI tools, or maybe if you love shooting photos, you can go out there with a camera and take some photos. The real success comes in with scale and size, of course, just like any business. But you can make a passive income for yourself. And one of the tips that I say in the lessons, and as you guys know on poddegree.com, I have a whole bunch of different lessons, right, around stock photography. Something that I've tried to nail into every single student's head is I would say don't quit until you have 10,000 uploads. Just don't do it. Don't quit. Just keep uploading. Because by that time, you're going to see the income come in pretty consistently. And you should have relatively high success. And on top of that, it's going to become a habit at that point. You're going to be working at it every day. I just wanted to call some attention to this image here. This is absolutely beautiful. But anyways, so this is the next category. All right. So nature, God, you could take this so many approaches. You have patterns, you have animal photos, you have photographs, you have all kinds of different illustrations. All kinds of different things that you could be creating. Look at this. How amazing is this? I think just sitting down and just doing some analysis, just doing some study and comparison to other art, you're going to level up. Next, let's go to the next category, flowers. So we kind of talked about flowers already, and you can kind of see different pictures of flowers here, but there's no coincidence, right? Flowers, plants, it's a huge niche in the stock photography type business. Now, it's not just photography art, right? Like if I click on this here, I'm sure I'm going to see like different photographs like this. It's not, you don't have to just shoot photos like this. You can create images like this, right? That's flowers. Create images like this. That's considered flowers. So much opportunity here, guys. So many things that you could do. You just got to divert some time to it. Just like anything else, and it's really not a get rich quick. It's not a magic formula. It's just a matter of doing the work. The more you can upload and the more you can upload properly, the better you can increase your chances of success. Getting your art seen, whether it's having a good image or having the right tags, if you can maximize your ability in those two realms, you have a higher chance of getting consistent downloads. And the more you do it overall, the more you upload overall, it just adds more to your blessings in this type of business model. All right, let's go to the next one. The The next one we have is business. Okay, I thought that was the last keyword, but we have another one. So business. So let's go ahead here. And business is actually something that's pretty much always going on. It's always live in the Adobe stock world. Now, for stock photography specifically, these are, once again, trending keywords that are really popping off from VectEasy's contributor insights. And to be honest, they're all microeconomies of each other when you talk about these big platforms. So let's go ahead and click on here, business, and you can see now the different kind of approaches that you can take, right? Different kinds of categories. So we have a picture of like this money bag, and it's in a white plain background. Think of things that you can create that are in a white plain background that could potentially relate to a business. So maybe like a desk for a home office, or pen and pad, right, in a white background. Or hell, you don't even have to add a white background. You could do different things, right? So it just depends on you. Here you have almost like an illustration type vector, right, that you can have create. You can have Dolly create something like that. Now, obviously, Dolly is not always the best of quality for stuff like this. I typically recommend things like Midjourney or Leonardo AI. I know it's a little more premium, but you're going to get the results out of it a little bit better. There was a video I created for a member in our members area, and I was kind of reviewing his account, and I'm very apologetic to say I was a little too harsh on him, but he wasn't getting that many results because the quality of his images were severely lacking. So a lot of people try to go like save money, or try to go the safest route possible and not spend any kind of money on software, and really that's the biggest mistake you could do, because you're just burning your time at that point. But look at this. This looks like a vector, right, in a way. It's not a vector, or I guess it is. It's an EPS. But you look at an image like this, there's a lot going on here, but it's related to business, and people are downloading it, right? You can see so many things. Look at this image. This is pretty wild. Mega collection of business concept flat vector illustration. That's huge. I wonder how large this is. This is pretty insane, but yeah, that's pretty large in size. Pretty interesting too. So you can upload all kinds of stuff, and you just got to be a little bit of hone a little creativity. And sometimes you can get that creativity just looking at videos like this. Different kinds of recommendations, different kinds of things, and that's my goal from today's video, is just to show you guys something that you can do that inspires thought, inspires creativity, inspires some work that you can get started on, like a photo like this, right? You can tell Midjourney to make something like this. You could work with Leonardo AI to make something like this. And if there are errors, you just work them out. You work out the kinks. It's not going to be easy all the time, but you work through it, right? Let's go to now some of the keywords, or with the last keyword here, coffee. Coffee is, I guess, a strong topic. I didn't think it was going to be, but it is. Let's go back here to the settings. If we look at the popular stock categories, I don't think coffee is listed. Yeah, it's not listed, but I want to do a search for it anyway, just to show you guys some stuff here for coffee. And immediately you get like a whole bunch of recommendation on keywords related to coffee. So morning coffee, coffee shop, beans coffee, coffee cup or cup coffee, coffee beans, shop coffee, right? Let's click on shop coffee. That's pretty niche. And you got all kinds of immediately, this is what caught my attention, right? These logos, set of coffee logos, vector illustration, or background, brown background. You look at that, that looks pretty good, right? All kinds of different ones, and it's an EPS, so it does serve as a vector, so people can go in and change certain things. Pretty cool. We have other images that look like this. I have to admit, myself, I have made some sales in the coffee niche. I think, images like this are pretty cool too. A basic coffee background with a cup, right? There's nothing crazy about this. There's nothing too difficult about this. We have another logo here. Logos clearly do well. Here we have a picture of an espresso machine with the, little cup. So much different ways to approach this, right? And this was the keyword shop coffee. What if we go to... let's go here. Let's just type in coffee. Let's see what comes up. All right. So there we go. So we got some the white background, type images with the coffee beans. We have some coffee bean pictures here. I remember back in the day, I don't know if you guys know this, but I used to own a supplement company. I actually owned two of them. One I sold, one I kept, and then I later sold. But the point is that we sold coffee in one of these supplement companies, and I actually bought a picture that looked just like this. Just like this. Who knows? It could have been the same image. Who knows? But I used it as a background for the bag of coffee that we were actually selling, right? And we kind of input it into our supplement company, and it worked out well. So, pretty decent. We offered like a free bag of coffee with every purchase over $100. So it kind of worked out well, right? And so, like you look at images like this, super simple. There's really nothing difficult about this. You can make AI create stuff like this for you. What I would say is don't copy people. Do not copy them at all, because you could lose your account copying people. You just want to take things as inspiration. So, for example, if this is like a bunch of coffee on a wooden table, you can tell AI, draw me a wooden table with coffee beans all over, make it look like a photograph, and it will do kind of that in its own kind of way, right? So there's different approaches you can do it, but don't try to copy and copy tags and things like that, because that's not going to help you. That's going to hurt you. And if somebody notices that they're getting lower sales and they actually start investigating, they see that you're copying, they will get your account removed. And Adobe doesn't play games with that, so be aware of that. But I want to show you now some of these keywords that are trending outside of this kind of stuff. So I'll kind of show you how it's trending. So backgrounds is always on fire, nature, flowers, business, abstract background. So there you go. Car, interesting. I actually want to do a search real quick for the word car and see what comes up, because I don't think I have added a lot of content for the word car. And notice here, an interesting thing is there is no logos. There's no logos for certain companies. Like, to me, this looks like an Infiniti or something, like an Infiniti car. Doesn't have it. This one looks to me like a Ford. It probably is. Doesn't have a logo. Range Rover doesn't have any kind of messaging on the badge here, or the badge area. This is a BMW, and there is no logo there. And it says front view of a generic and brandless model. It's supposed to say model, but it says motor car. I don't know if that's on purpose. I don't think it is, but you get the point, right? So you see all these kind of different things related to a car. This is a BMW i8, and it looks pretty cool, I'm not going to lie, but you can't really see the logo. You can't really see logos, period. Mazda, there's no logo here. Ferrari, there is a logo, interesting, but it's not fully visible. It says luxury model sports car Ferrari 488. Interesting. So that's probably give you some indication. I personally don't think I'll upload too much in the car space. It's just not for me. It might work out for you, where some person won't upload, another person will. So that gives you an open market there. Not for me, once again, but you might like it. Something I might do is actually might do these car logos. So not exactly the same, but I might do some car logos. Why not? Let's see what else we have here. Coffee, summer, texture, food. So texture is similar to background, just other keywords, summer, obviously, and food. All right. Let's go ahead and scroll down here. For the second page, we have the keyword office. We have animals. We have family. We have dog, money, house, water, cat, Father's Day, and Mother's Day. I would really end it at somewhere here, around house or something like that, because Father's Day, Mother's Day, those holidays have been over. This is probably some demand from the past, so it's probably still loaded in. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know this video is a little more calm than my normal type of videos where I just kind of show you stuff like this. If you guys enjoyed or genuinely enjoyed like watching content like this, I don't mind making more of it. I can definitely create some ideas that could give you some sparks to your thought. And you never know. You could watch a video like this and you might be motivated into a flurry of activity, and you go and create 1,000 different images and go make some money with that. So if these videos help you out, let me know. I'm happy to help. and let me know. I'll leave some links in the description if you want to see some of my paid lessons on different stock photography type tactics and things like that. And I also have some free videos that you can watch as well that I think would help you out greatly. Definitely watch the free ones at least, and I think, like I said, they'll help you out at least. Move the needle for sure. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you soon. Peace out. Bye.